Welcome all of the viewers and the students. Today I am going to discuss about the equation of progressive wave and also going to discuss about the phase and the phase difference. So first of all, what is the mechanism of the formation of the wave? So when the particles of the medium in equilibrium and if it is altered by any means, so the particles vibrates at their mean position. So during the vibration of the particle, the vibration, oscillation or energy handed over from one particle to the adjacent particle, and the phenomenon is distributed throughout the entire medium. In this process, a disturbance is created and hence the energy propagates, energy transports from one region to the another region. So in very brief, wave is nothing but the disturbance and which is produced due to the vibration of the particles at their mean position, and energy is transferred from one region to the another region. The transportation of energy from one region to another region, but there is no actual movement of the flow of the particles of the medium from one region into the another region. But it is noted that the particles only vibrates at their mean position or in simple harmonic motion. So now, and if once the wave proceeds from one region to the another region, and that is why it is considered as, or it is known as the progressive wave. So we are going to discuss, we are going to derive an expression. So let us, your topic is equation of progressive wave. And suppose that the particle of the medium is located at the point O and the vibration starts from the point O to A, returns back to the point O and again directed to the point from O to B and returns to the point O. So this is the mechanism of the formation of the wave, and the particles vibrates at their mean position and the vibration handed over to the one particle to the another particle. So there is the formation of the wave, and the wave transports, wave propagates from one region to the another region. So now it is represented by the sinusoidal curve. Any source of wave is placed at the point O, and this is the y-axis along which the displacement is represented, and along x-axis. So displacement is the function of the x and time, but here for the simplicity, the y-axis is also taken as the y and x-axis is also taken for the displacement. So there is no any confusion. Now sometimes this curve can be represented by the help of the time axis. So x-axis represents the time and y-axis displacement. So for example, if you have to consider this one, and in one oscillation there is the one complete time period. So this is the axis of time and this is the axis of the displacement. So the whole time, that is the capital T, this is also known as the time period. This one is the half the time, T by 4, and so on. So now if the wave moving from the point O to the point A, and this is the equation, this is the representation of the progressive wave. This is the sinusoidal nature, and wherever if the wave is produced due to the particles of motion or vibration of the particle in simple harmonic motion, so it is always represented like that. And the displacement of the particle at the mean position in time t is represented by y is equal to a sine omega t, where a is the amplitude, omega equal to angular velocity. And if now consider the point P at the distance x from the origin. So the wave originates from the point O and traveling along the positive x-axis with the velocity v. So velocity equal to x by t means t is equal to x by v. So it takes the time x by v second to reach at the point P. So the particles vibrates at point P after the time x by v second. And if you have to consider the initial time t, so you can say that the time taken is totally t plus x by v second. So for simplicity, now you have considered only the time t after that the particles at the point P vibrates. It means the particles, the vibration of the particles at point P in the time t is equal to the vibration of the particle at point O. Earlier the time x by v second. So displacement of the particle at point P is equal to the displacement of the particle at point O earlier x by v second, that is the time t minus x by v second. So the equation of displacement at point P at time t is y equal to a sine omega t minus x by v, and this equation a sine omega is denoted at 2 pi by t minus x by v equal to a sine 2 pi t by t minus x by vt. As you know that v equal to n lambda or n is equal to 1 by t, so vt equal to lambda or v equal to n lambda. So here vt equal to lambda, and that is why a sine 2 pi t by t minus x by lambda. So this is the equation of progressive wave. Now the same equation can be written as a sine 2 pi by lambda t into lambda by t minus x equal to a sine 2 pi by lambda, and here lambda by t equal to v, so vt minus x. So this is another form of the same equation. This is also known as the equation of progressive wave. And y equal to a sine, and the first equation omega t minus omega x by v equal to a sine omega t minus kx. This is the third equation, and where omega equal to omega by v equal to k, so k equal to 2 pi by t into v, and vt equal to 2 pi by lambda. This is known as the wave number, and this is very important term. So the equation number 1, equation number 2 and equation number 3 all represent the equation of progressive wave. So equation 1, 2 and 3 represent equation of progressive wave. Now come to the another method. So this is the equation of progressive wave and this is the alternative. Now consider the source of wave at the point O and the energy or the wave transfer from the point O along the positive x-axis. This is the y-axis and there is the displacement. So now consider this is the one complete oscillation. So now come to the point again here. So if the particle remains at the point O and reaches to the extreme point A, so this is the representation of the amplitude and this one is the point. So if y equal to 0 means t equal to 0, and at that moment if the particle is at that point, at that moment the phase of the particle equal to 0. So phase is nothing but the status or state of the body in regard of the position, direction and the velocity from the mean position. So how a particle can be differentiated from the another position. So now if the particle is at mean position or at y0 or t0, at that moment phase equal to 0. And if particle reaches to the point A, means at the extreme position or at the amplitude, so this is the amplitude, at that moment t equal to, this is the your complete time, so this one is the time t by 4, 1/4 of the time period, and at that moment the phase equal to pi by 2. So if the if the particle is at the mean position, there is no any phase, but if the particle is at the extreme position, so there is the phase pi by 2, and you can say that the phase difference between the 2 points is the pi by 2, because pi by 2 minus 0. And now the particle returns back to the same point like this. At that point the amplitude again 0, time period is equal to t by 2, and phase difference equal to pi. It means now the body is directed towards this position. And when the body reaches to the extreme point, at that point y equal to displacement in negative like this. Maximum amplitude in another side. And at that moment this is the 3t by 4, and then the pi 3 pi by 2. And if body returns to the same point, at that moment displacement again 0, t equal to time period, and phi equal to 2 pi. So body again ready to the fresh operation after the pi 2 pi. And in the whole duration or in complete oscillation, there is the representation of the phi for one complete oscillation or vibration, or again ready from the origin. So this is the 2 pi, and in this duration the distance traveled by the wave is equal to the wavelength, and it is represented if in terms of time, so the time taken is equal to t. So the for phase difference for unit length, 2 pi by lambda, because for lambda the phase 2 pi, and for unit length 2 pi by lambda. And now you consider a point P at the distance x. So the phase of the particle or phase difference between the point P and O, if the point is at distance x, so the phase phi 2 pi by lambda into x. This is also known as the phase difference, because one of the point is at 0 and this is at the distance x. So difference between this is taken as the phi, and sometimes also referred as the 2 pi by lambda into delta x. So this is one of the important equation, the phase difference. How can you determine the phase difference between the 2 points? Actually it is nothing but the wavelength for the 2 pi, wavelength for one oscillation, if divides the value of 2 pi, then this is the phase for unit, and if the distance is taken at the distance x from the origin, so it is multiplied simply here. So this is the phase difference 2 pi by lambda into x. And now your equation, the equation of progressive wave always represented y is equal to a sin omega t, a sin omega t in the given time. And if the point P is taken at the distance x, or if there is a phase difference like phi, so the same equation y is equal to a sin omega t minus phi, and hence a sin omega t minus 2 pi by lambda into x, and a sin 2 pi by t into t minus 2 by x by lambda, and again the same equation t by t minus x by lambda. And by the help of this equation, now you can already prove it like the a sin 2 pi by lambda bt minus x, and also a sin omega t minus ax. So these are the form of the equation by the introducing the idea about the phase difference. So in last, the phase difference is nothing but the status, but the state of the particle, and which is always located from the mean position. So where is the particle from the mean position, or in what state of the particle, what is the position of the particle, what is the direction of the particle from the mean position, it can be distinguished by the physical quantity, and this is known as the phase or the phase difference. Thank you very much. In next class, see you again with the new video. Thank you very much.